Hey, my name's Mark Searchin. I just turned 60. I was diagnosed at 52. I know what it was like for me at that stage. I've certainly connected with men diagnosed at an older stage, but what's real for me is that when I was diagnosed, I still was working. I was still very active physically. And so I had a lot of anxiety about not just mortality, which is the number one thing people worry about in hearing a diagnosis of cancer, but what the treatment would do to me in terms of my overall well-being, my sexual function, continence, incontinence, and I kind of, for a period, struggled with a feeling that somehow this had accelerated me before I wanted to be accelerated to an older stage of life. But the reality is that didn't actually happen for me. So I think in the absence of this program, there are a lot of men who kind of suffer in silence. They may have their medical needs taken care of by having an excellent clinician treating them, but every other aspect of the disease that's related to that person as a full person may be somewhat neglected, and this program addresses that gap. But the training really forced us all to drill down in terms of understanding differences among the population, differences socially, emotionally, economically, in terms of the differences in medical options, different life situations overall, such that now being matched with someone whose life experiences, background, medical facts, etc. are not the same as mine will not be the challenge that it would have been without the training, and I'm much more confident I still will be able to be helpful to someone who's very different than I am. I think a well-trained navigator can offer the benefit of hope, of steering a patient towards information, of steering a patient towards resources that a patient may not be aware of just being someone who's willing and able to listen. Typically, the caregiver also feels a loss. Something's changed. Life as it was is now different. And it can be very helpful for a caregiver to have someone to talk to who's been through it, who again can make suggestions as to resources and offer hope that what might seem like in the darkest hours will stay dark actually will get light, things will improve. But I think having had a very good outcome, but having experienced the suffering of the uncertainty and the worry and the lack of control, that has instilled in me a sense of compassion for others going through the same thing. So if I can make a difference and help other individuals avoid hypernegativity and react to what's really in front of them and not what their fears are about what may be in front of them, I will feel very good about this.